Oh my god, guys, a big YouTuber is gonna tell me how to deal with loneliness. Even though I talked about it twice, I want to come back to the topic because it constantly hits me, you know? Like I'm stuck, bro. I'm stuck just interacting with myself. I'm not unhappy. I'm just like, how does that work? Let's clean this shit up because we have another bullshit to deal with. Apparently, I'm still not comfortable. Hopefully, I'm gonna clean up my mind before YouTube Rewind because I have to work on it right now, and I am not doing that. I'm being paralyzed by all these problems. But hey, 50% of the work is a good start, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like, what exactly I'm gonna be programming. Now, we need to bring this matrix in. The most common elemental matrix, boys. There is. So the earth element, or the friendship elements, or where everything gets created, everything gets started, is down here. And people don't want to be down here, you know. But some of them can't even come here because they're NPCs, they're low-level people. They don't even understand where things start and how to start things and how to accumulate things, how to build things. Just the most basic things. And yet they want money and to build a business, maybe. Out of their YouTube careers, maybe. Maybe they understand what that means. But that's still a maybe. They're trying to bridge here, but like that's the stupidest thing. That's fake. Alright, because you have to have actual talent, actual skills, ability to like actually communicate and send information to people and not just like emotionally manipulate them into giving you money. That's not going to give you success. You know, that's what people are constantly trying to talk about when they talk about success, of like how to not think of this as a possibility. You know, and the way to do it is just to say it requires work. It requires actual effort to do proper things. That's how everyone did it all the time. You know, in order to actually build proper life, you need effort. You need to appreciate effort as well. Yes, some people become rich. That doesn't mean shit. They just become a headache for society of like, how the fuck do we get rid of these people now? You know, in a clean way. Obviously, now the cleanest way for me, because I'm young, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm like a headshot, bro. Just let's just forget about that person even existed. But we have to like bring down their reputation so they feel that a headshot is coming, and then everything will resolve itself. You know, people die left and right. So a rich person dying, I wouldn't feel a thing, to be honest. All right. Unless they have reputation. If they have reputation, they're entangled in society. Everyone knows about them. Everyone, we're trying to leech off that rich person. And that's how they gain reputation. You know, everyone was looking at it. Meaning that they have been, you know, projecting their intentions and again, allowing that rich person to manifest freely. You know, that's pretty sad. We can't get rid of something that we're invested into, you know, invested into their stories. We have to potentially imprison them instead. If we want to, you know, keep moving forward. Because a fake projection of how the world works, a rich person just flexing their shit. Like, I've seen a TikTok that explains pretty well that rich people have a lot of cheat codes, basically. So, first of all, they take over a company, and they don't have to do the work themselves. Someone else is doing for them. That's pretty shady already. That's pretty questionable already. But they also avoid taxes because, you know, all their assets are tied with stock, apparently. So they avoid taxes, but they can still use stock to buy other things, meaning that they just have untaxable money, but they just like try and find all the cheat codes there are. Every single one. The rich people literally just have to get nerfed a little bit and humbled somehow. How are we going to do that? That's a big question mark. But this is not what we're talking about, unfortunately. You can get upset right now. Congratulations. That's just the end goal of this video. We start here. We start looking at each other first. Because we could all hate rich people altogether, but we can't mob against them. We have to have a strategy. All right? We can't just gather up together and allow a rich person to just drop a bomb on top of us. Like, that's very funny, right? It's very funny. We gathered, we have so much power by gathering together. They just drop a bomb and we disappear. I'm never gonna fucking mob. Because that's too fucking dangerous right now. Who's gonna drop the bomb? The government is gonna, I don't know. Anyone can do it. Anyone can just create a mass shooting randomly. Rich people can evolve into a government position as well. So you gotta be fucking careful, or they already did, and they're just waiting for a moment to strike against privileged fools who think they can resist the way the things go, right? Now, again, I'm not referring to anything for now. I just look at protesting as the stupidest form of anti-government, movement. That's not how you do it. You scare the shit out of the government by showing solidarity, bro. By showing that you're not gonna bow down unless they want to fight. But if they want to fight, you can just annihilate the entire country from the inside. The domestic terrorism, as the government fears, is just something they can't fucking solve. If they try to solve domestic terrorism, they would just die. All of them would be destroyed. The government can just be fucking stomped to death. I don't care how many fucking armored vehicles or fucking bodyguards a president has. You can't protect the rest of the fucking White House or whatever, right? You just can't fucking do it. And it's painfully obvious that, government has to shiver in fear because that's their fucking job, to make sure that people are happy and they don't want to unite and destroy and stomp the fucking government. So we have two things to do, right? We have to understand what friendship is, because this is what you're going to be thinking about when you grow up. Have I made enough friends or not? I can make friends with myself because I'm an earth person. I will succeed in this by default. This endeavor, bro, of me being with myself, I will still have infinite amount of friends, bro. I will still succeed in life, even by being alone. You cannot follow my strategy. I'm just fucking ridiculously smart. You have to follow what I say as an instruction to guide yourself into this position and start growing again. A lot of people go into depression, mental illness, they are unstable, they are unhappy, and I have to, lead them out of this fucking mess. But first I have to lead them in, so they feel, encouraged to do so. Because if they don't do that, they're going to be toxic pieces of shit who didn't fucking even make much at all. And it's like, it's okay to have friends and whatnot. Well, it's questionable. It's very questionable. For me, it's okay. For anyone else who don't have my personality, I would dare to disagree. Again, my personality is an earth person. I can be friends with myself. I'm very smart. I can create personalities if I want to. I can create reality if I want to. But I have to, respect the reality I'm living in. But I don't have to if nobody fucking loves me, so I'll just sit there in my room and just wait. I can do that. But other people, not so much. Or they might not be even smart enough to, unlock their potential. As an earth person, I don't know. Yes, there's 4 elements, guys. We figured that out a long time ago. But nobody fucking cares so far. Alright? So let's see what losers have to say, because why not start with what the fuzz, like we're talking about friends. Let's make some friends, am I right? I can already tell Asian person, very likely to be, a wind personality. This guy looks like a fucking narcissist, fire person. Maybe we have a skip here. Because if you can't reveal your face at 11 million, I mean, you're just fucking grinding. This could be Earth person, but I don't know. I mean, it has a fucking leaf on top of it, but it's like fucking bottled. Like, you're not growing anymore, clearly. And then this does have to finish the fucking the glorious 4. Water person with 3,000 subscribers. Like, you're clearly not lonely, you're just bad at life. If you're a water person and you don't know how to fucking be American and just to show things, that's what people do in America. If you're confused of how to make friends, just show things. All right, just go outside, show things. You're gonna lose your privacy, but that's the whole point. That's how you have to lose privacy if you want to be friends with Americans. If you want to be friends with Europeans, you have to show things they can buy. They're somewhat cheap. Just show things they could buy, they could eat, starting with food, maybe gadgets, maybe. But like cool things, consumables, or gadgets, or toys, I don't know. That's how you make friends with European. There's obviously instructions for Asian people, for Russian, or East Asia, West Asia, I don't know. There's Africans, you're never gonna make friends with them, they're just gonna fuck you in the ass. Alright? That's, and I don't know. Bad things will happen, because I am racist, my friends. I am, in fact, racist. I don't think that sun is a very nice thing when you just live under it for years and years and black out, basically. And I don't like that. And I have never really liked the black person, okay, so... But I'm throwing out there so you get triggered and you just, like, leave. Because you clearly cannot be my friends. You can't even consider that. I'm like, resentful. But obviously I'm gonna pick the good stuff for myself, and I'm not gonna fucking attack black people. I just don't like them, And I don't like Africans at all, because they have a lot of problems that we probably should just, like, look away and not flex that we can actually solve their problems. That's what they want. If Africans gonna get their problems solved, they're gonna be like, shit, having problems is a good thing. Let's make more babies. That's what's happening in Africa. They're just shitting out babies everywhere. And we have complained for forever that we need to build housing for them to, like, fuck, what? But they have to stop shitting babies, though. Who has control over this place? That's why I'm racist, bro. They know what they're doing. They're just fucking around with the rest of the world. And they want to be helped. And, they're somewhat hostile, but they can't do shit. Because they're, like, pretty weak continent in general. And rightfully so. Unless we give them power. Then we're fucked. For everything we give. But yeah, that's... I had to figure out how the world works, how everything works, and I'm like figuring things out. Like, I'm good by myself. But if you're not figuring things out, if you're not working on yourself, if you're just shitting around, If only thing you want is money, like, you're not gonna get friendship if you don't want it, you know? Even though that's where everything starts. Everything starts with connecting with other people, because they have the things that you might need. Little things. They don't have to be big things. They can just be life hacks of how to fucking open a lollipop. That crazy stuff, you know? And you would be like, oh shit, I was wasting 20 seconds. Now I'm just wasting 3 seconds doing that thing. Yeah. This is where it all comes down, right? This TikTok generation, some of them are trying to, you know, relay some useful information and feed into people who want to build friendships. You're not going to build friendships on TikTok. You're just not going to do it. Through TikTok, you're not going to do it. You have to do it in real life. You have to show people the cool things. But you can start there. You can start searching that way and asking questions and figuring out what works. How to turn NPC into a person that wants to, you know, interact with you properly. So, there's steps, my friends. And I'm not excited for what's gonna be next in my life, because I'll gonna get wasted, bro. Past this point, past the point when I have to, like, really face reality, really face other people and challenge them, basically, and rival. Past this point, I have no powers anymore. Like, my superpowers are faded away. But to be this disrespected for so fucking long, when I live a perfect life, you just don't understand, right? Perfect life. Flawless. You think flawless life is about, like, looking good? No, bro. I come from the deepest nonsense ever, the shittiest family you can think of, and I still succeeded in having a perfect life. I still established myself very comfortably. Despite there's no support for me, really. I just got, like, a little bit from my dad, a little bit from my mom. And now there's, like, not much left over, just pain and emptiness from both sides. And there's no friends. I mean, the moment people have a feeling that you're gonna fucking break, they're gonna leave you alone to try and break you that way. They're gonna put you in silence. They're gonna tell you that you're mentally ill. The moment you try to interact with people, that's what I did. I tried to interact with people, but if they're evil, they're just gonna love it, you know? They're gonna love your desperation to even just try to talk to them. That is crazy to me, bro. That's fucking insane to me. They drive me insane. For real. And every single person does that fucking thing of, like, just throw shit at you by default. That's their thing. Can you fucking imagine, bro? Why is that? Because they are fucking too scared to fucking admit that they need friends too. They don't even want to fucking respect you anymore. They're just lost in that fucking pool of, you know, feelings. There's so many feelings you can have in life. They mean nothing, actually. Absolutely nothing. But there's some drug addicts, basically sex addicts, all that's fucking garbage. I was trying to communicate with them, but you have to let them go. Those people don't even exist anymore. Past this point, they're just stuck. You know, they might try to catch up, but it's probably going to be hostile to you. A lot of people just disappear. The further you go in life, they just disappear. They're no longer functional people in your life. So you might feel actually, like, lonely because you're letting people go. People are detaching from you and you feel like, but these are real human beings. But they don't give a fuck, you know? They are born as human beings, but they don't care about, like, moving forward and finishing their life cycle properly. They don't care anymore. They just saw some fucking cool thing that feels good, and they're chasing that thing till the day they die. They don't care anymore about you. You don't make them feel good anymore. which is pretty fucking disrespectful, I would say. They're not watching my videos. They're not even watching into my fucking thumbnails. The only time I make them feel good is when I give them the spark of like, oh, we could make money potentially by, you know, releasing this fucking little game that I have, you know, just stitch that shit together, and oh my god, guys, oh my god, I have a little game, guys. Oh my god, we could totally make money, but I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna say that we can't really make. It's not about making money though, you know, like. We're going to sugarcoat it as much as possible so we get that thing, you know, that we like so much from you. These are not doomed people, but if they don't resonate with you, if they don't respect you, this is what respect is right here. You know, you working hard on yourself, you realizing what it takes. This is where respect opens up the door, basically, into your life. If you're not respected, don't fucking open the door. Don't let someone in. Check if they're respecting you, if they understand like what we want as a, you know, collectively. Like, we want to be happy, right? We want to communicate some ideas, we want to improve each other's lives, give advice, you know, figure out what the fuck's going on, share experience, like do basic things, but not throw shit at each other and not try to like impose rules on each other on some bullshit like that. We don't want that. That's not respect. Ask, like, give me this thing because I gave you that thing. Be nice to me, please. Why are you being so rude and toxic? That's not respect, though. Maybe you just go away. Just slam the door against these fucking idiots. Because that's just disgusting. Demand, neediness. We gotta fucking slam the fucking door. You can remind, like, be nostalgic about things, but the moment they become needy and greedy, I mean, slam it. It's game over, basically. They can still open the door maybe once a year. You give them a chance. You gotta give people a chance, but it's, prepare for a rainy day, am I right? You gotta prepare. Something's gonna leak, you know? And I mean, I'm desperately like waiting for people to like break through that barrier of respect, but I am getting better and I'm proud of myself of getting better. I can do it. I'm smart enough to be better by myself, to work with the matrix, with the things that's just floating around in space. In real life, I just see things and I pick them up and I'm like, shit, I'm a better person now. Other people might struggle to do that, you know. So let's see what they're up to, and all the downfalls they went through. The matrix of friendship. Level 3, boys. So immediately, you know, Asian person is up there first. How to beast. Yeah, he's definitely fucking narcissist. Anyone who uses the name beast is a narcissist. That's what they think about. First of all, they think about predatory instincts like Andrew Tate. Just being a predator of like the alpha male, the domination. But at the same time, it comes with a cost of like paranoia and enemies. Many, many enemies who want to just ruin your fucking life and reputation. And this is why Andrew Tate doesn't require a platform. You defend for yourself, my friend. You go somewhere else. And Mr. Beast very much needs a platform because, you know, we need to find out a very satisfying conclusion to his, you know, reign of power. You know, he's actually a winner. He's the younger person compared to Andrew Tate, so he's the winner. We are impressed. He's giving things to people, right? Andrew Tate is a little bit fucking late, you know? It's kind of funny. You know, only one person can be the top dog of YouTube. Only one person can win. I'm probably gonna have my rival somehow. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but we'll see. So yeah, an Asian person is here or waiting for this to happen, waiting to get old, you know, and judge other people or some bullshit like that. I'm not sure. So let's listen to that person.
Want company from people. Instead of pushing the thought away, I tell myself that this is normal. I'm a human being. I should want to socialize with people. Friendships can also make you feel lonely. Just because you're in a group of people doesn't mean that you would feel included, right? Sometimes you're in a group of people and you feel like an outcast.
So basically, this little shit is throwing a bunch of problems of like, there's so many problems I can't possibly have friends. Because like it's okay to like want to socialize, but like it's normal that I'm lonely. But then it's like even if I had friends, I might feel actually like lonely because they don't actually care about me. And it's like, how do you solve these basic problems? Well, but you still have to have friends. She says, "Oh, I figure out things about myself." You still have to have friends. You have to attach to people, and at least define friendship a little bit differently, so it's approachable to you. You have to like contribute to society, connect to society somehow. So there's a potential of like getting a friend. You might be going through life, right, pretty well, and you don't really need anyone, but it would be really helpful if people would try to help, right? If something leaked out and you see them contributing to your life. Everyone is going through it, but like when it comes to like respect and actual connection, you can like talk to people anytime, but they're not gonna respect you until you do some magical thing, or they just unable to respect. All right, they're just babies chasing that one thing, as I've said. Addicts, basically, waiting for you to say something or do something. I don't know. At this point, it's a little bit confusing. But yeah, everyone is going through life. It's just they're not going deep enough to be able to come out on the other side high enough and actually like build businesses and build competitive structures basically in society. So for 2 minutes already, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of problems to solve. But no, not having friends is a problem. You don't have to focus on the other problems. Just focus on not having a friend is a problem. Try and solve that. And not say it's okay, a bunch of times. Oh, it's okay that this is happening. It's okay that this is happening. There's a tsunami and a volcano eruption and a fucking airplane falling onto my face. It's okay. I couldn't have possibly predicted that I would be struck by lightning for not having friends. And sure, you still need friends. It's helpful. You should struggle a little bit because, it creates not, it doesn't like solve your problems 100% of the time, but it could. You have to try it out. These are other people, they could be useful to you just by observing their lives up close. Just by socializing, you will need that anyways. At some point, people might care about you very personally, come very up close and ask questions or something. You might be forced to interact because YouTube landscape might change. And you will have to like give tips and tricks, but like show your life privately. I don't know how this fucking thing works. Because we're talking about the future now. We're talking about how things evolve in general. It's a whole lifeline of that evolution of everything. This pattern applies to everything. All right, so let's see how many problems you're gonna throw and see. It's okay though. Car crash. I broke my leg. It's okay. You definitely need advice. You definitely need like genuine people who are somewhat helpful. You just ping them up. Let's have a conversation at some point. And now with the internet, you have more potential to have conversations That's all you need to like break the ice. But it's like, oh, it's okay that if we freeze to death, if we freeze social interactions in our lives. That is painful, dude. It's okay.
You're in a group of people and you feel like an outcast. You just feel like, oh my god, like I feel like nobody.
Well, a special moment happens. A special superpower is unlocked in that situation. You walk away from that group of people. You just say some bullshit thing of like, fuck you guys. I'ma head out. I like the poop jokes. So I fart and poop here. Now I can leave. Bye. I don't feel like you care about me. You can see that. I don't know. You can come up with some cool exit strategy. You can come up while you sit there, you're coming up with an exit strategy. And the moment you have it, execute it. You're gonna get all the fucking self-esteem from these idiots who are being left behind. Now they're getting outcasted. Just the fact you feel an outcast, you feel challenged. Now you're fighting against the mob of careless people. And you can walk out in a spectacular fashion. That's how you... In order to make friends, you have to know how to, beat the social constructs. You have to beat that shit. You have to impress people by being able to stand up for yourself. You have to be an individual first and foremost.
Like I'm just here just to be here. I just want the company.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. It is very dangerous to submit to mob mentality of like, I'm just here for here. I'll just drain myself. I just hurt myself emotionally, right? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to respect yourself first as well. So when I mention respect now, there's also, the yourself aspect. Instead of K yourself, maybe respect yourself. Maybe we just nerf the K a little bit and turn it into R. All right? That's what you should type. And if someone says K yourself, then you just say, oh, you probably misspelled R yourself. Because you have to like find these little fucking tricks of the way you can twist people's shit,
For someone else, whether I'm not good enough. And I don't blame you because, we all want friends.
The main reason why we need friends is simply to connect with someone who has a skill set of different things that they want to do. This little shit makes subtitles. I might want to have subtitles in my videos, or I might want to know how to do it. Now, AI is kind of like breaking down those skill sets and just giving everyone ability to, automate their videos. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to figure out, but if you want to build a business, you will need to know at least what skills there are to be able to try and communicate with those people, what communities there are. You have to explore and look around. It's all about them communism, boys. When you're my age, all right, below 30 years, I think, you still have to explore communism, boys. And most people haven't graduated that either. So they have to at least know the roots. They have to be able to come back and appreciate the concept. We have society here. And then a bunch of communities. They need to find and appreciate. Maybe one of them more than others. Maybe one of them is like your identity. For me, it's card games. It feels like a pretty good identity. I spend most of my time doing that, so it feels legit.
Of course,
You could also be offended, like me being like toxic in terms of like spitting fire at other people, spitting insults. I do that. So, just to see what their reaction is. If their reaction is just to leave me behind, I'm okay with that. Don't worry about me. I was just like, actually knowing what friendship is, offering friendship, offering connection. And the only thing I threw is that you might be a piece of shit. That's how we're gonna call you for a little bit of time until after 2 days, I'm gonna be praising and kissing your feet, you know. But for now, you're a piece of shit for saying things. Now, when people say that to me in the comment section, you didn't fucking control yourself very well. I'm just saying this kind of to my own video, to my own audience. I can insult people as much as I want because I don't know them at all. At all. Before I type a comment, though, I need to, you know, watch at least 1 hour of their stuff and actually respect them for what they did. Or at least I don't have to watch this video. I'm like, you helped me, you know, with this, and that, you know. In a comment section, you better be freaking positive because it's not you speaking. You're not representing anything. These fucking characters and numbers don't actually go to anything. This guy didn't fucking upload a single video. The only thing he put is a fucking avatar. I don't know what the fuck that means. Right? That's it. In the comment section, you better fucking respect the fact that you're a piece of shit. At least. You know? That you're nobody on this platform. That you didn't fucking dress up and put on a suit. Put on that video to expose yourself of who you are as a person, to impress people. You know? Just show your fucking room 360 degrees. You didn't fucking do that. So, in the comment section, I don't want to see a bunch of haters and losers spitting garbage back at me. I can do that. I'm here to bridge people from that section. To make friends, I need to appreciate every single human being who exists. But it's very tough when they're so fucking disrespectful, even to themselves. They don't even understand that they have to build identity on the platform first that they're interacting with. You know, because that might lead to something. You're putting effort into something, but you're not putting a wholesome effort, right? And you're not even putting a positive effort. So, you know, this is a wholesomeness and this is positivity. You have to have that when you work. You have to have this code of being positive and wholesome, making sure you're not just spitting garbage. You're also taking care of yourself. You at least cleaning up yourself, or like you're very proud of yourself after spitting garbage. You have to, you know, make a video response of like, oh my god, I just spit this garbage and he's gonna be so ruined for the rest of his life. Yeah, I'll feel it potentially. You still have to mention me though. Good luck. This is how you make friends. Like, YouTubers gonna have a hard time making friends if they just ignore the comment section in general, right? If they don't know what to do with it. And most people don't, because that's a skill that you need to have. In order to make friends, you need skills. Connecting with people is a skill. It's not just something that will happen naturally. It's a fucking skill, bro.
To fix it.
Yeah, that's a very good courtesy. If someone tells you that you're mentally ill, they're wrong. You have to admit to yourself. Yeah, in a hospital environment, they're trying to make you admit to yourself that you're mentally wrong. They're trying their best. You know, they're crawling. It's like, please admit. Please. For fuck's sake, the government is going to kill you if you don't admit. Please. You know? And it's like, oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll change my mind, though, because I have time on my side. I'll change my mind that I'm not mentally ill, actually. So what are you going to do about it? That's how you have to treat people. Even the highest level of, like, please admit that you're mentally ill type of people, they're insane. I mean, you spend an insane asylum for a certain amount of time, you're just going to go insane. As a doctor, you will go insane. Bro, eventually you will go insane. That's how this place works. Except if you don't go insane, then you're the most mentally stable person there is. You have been tested, basically. That's how it works, bro. I've been there, done that. And people can fucking throw shit at me. But you didn't been there, done that, didn't you, fucking dude? So you have to respect people who have done that, who have been in prisons, who have been fucking attacked for drama reasons or whatever, right? Yeah, fucking doctor respect. That's what we're doing. What was that? Yeah, prison drama. Prisoner's dilemma, boys. Anyways, yeah, those are the mentally ill people. If people are desperate to make you feel that you're mentally ill, and they need you to admit that, that is just the most disturbing behavior. If I admit that I'm depressed, I'm anxious, of like, let's investigate, let's figure out what's going on, that's a caring move. But if they just like, oh, just that and this and that, and everything you do is wrong, it's well, there's only one song then. There's only one song that you can listen to, and I've listened, is the best song. Is there's gonna be people who's gonna tell you that everything you do is wrong, that you're mentally ill, but like, how many bullets can you shoot at me until I'm like, well, it didn't fucking hurt, did it? It didn't change anything, did it? It's not making any progress. And I am not admitting anything. It's such a powerful name as well, right? It's a park where people come together. That's so fucking powerful, isn't it? Where people build connections. It might make me cry, bro. But if I cry, then it's gonna be going to YouTube Rewind, and I don't want that shit. I don't like bleeding emotions, you know, randomly like this. But yeah, once you imagine a really beautiful thing, then it's game over. You will cry about it. You want it really badly.
Anything to fix the friendship. I tell myself that just because I am mentally ill.
No. Now that you admit you're mentally ill, you don't deserve friendships. You do not. Because no one wants your, weird behavior to be a part of their lives. Because you can ruin them. If you can hide your mental illness, great. Good. That maybe that's not going to bleed out. But every part of you is going to be damaging. You yourself, you're a wholesome individual, and you're gonna give off some bad vibe that will ruin everything. You're building a house of cards, and it just can be ruined by gust of wind. So you have to be careful. If you can hide your mental illness, it's technically not projecting it, right? But to already admit it means we gotta fucking go, guys. We did it. We completed one task. 3 more to go. Fucking completing quest, boys.
No friend by myself.
Yeah, you doesn't matter how old people are around you. None of this matters. What matters is 2 criteria for friendships. All right, and here were a lot of resources. There's 2 criteria. People want to spend time with you, and people are helpful in general. They give you something that you appreciate, right? Yeah, I already used the wholesomeness, so time is wholesome because anything can happen across the entire day, right? So you have a day and night cycle, but you also need to look for helpfulness in people, positivity of some kind. A lot of things are helpful, and women kind of like know what positive things are, and men know how to spend time as efficiently as possible. These are, 2 basic resources.
Him, maybe not. Then I got back home and I was just alone by myself.
You'll feel a lot worse if you went to the gym and there's like nothing to defend yourself from. There's no, toxic people around you that you can flex your muscles onto. So you gotta make compromises. That's what's gonna make you feel bad. You invested so much into your bodybuilding, having a shape, but you have no one to show it to. So make a compromise. You either build the skill again of making friends, or just like relax a little bit. All right. Maybe you don't need to go to the gym desperately.
By myself, and it felt like I was in this mind-numbing, pointless rinse and repeat cycle.
That is not mind-numbing. All right, sitting in a fucking chair like in school and just lifting weights, you know, that, congratulations. All right, you just went back into school a little bit, and the only thing you get is just a few muscle cells, bro, that you can't even use efficiently. You know, there's no war going on around you. Like, there's this fat dude who's trying to lose fat. I can understand this bad boy, all right? This is the best friend. I don't want to have this guy as my friend, okay? Unless you're somehow a very cheap bodyguard, and you can stand like outside of my house or something to just check the general area. I don't know how you would fucking live with that you're a cheap person for someone. You just, you know, a run around hired person. But let's see if we can like watch 2 minutes of this video, because I can't watch 1 minute. But can we watch 2? Because I already feel like being punched in the face. That's why I want to be friends with this guy. All right, lose fat little shit. Lose fat faster.
For women, you know, yes, queen, go girl, but then men are just beaten down. We're not supposed to be too strong or aggressive because that's toxic.
Oh, you're figuring things out. That's pretty cool. What are you going to do about it?
Aggressive because that's toxic, but the reality is no one's ever going to feel sorry for us either, because we're men and we're supposed to be strong, right?
That's what society told you. Like, the problem is, there's a bit of a problem, right? You're trying to also be wholesome by yourself, and if you're too strong, that you still have to have the other traits. But if you show weakness to other people about the other things, then you're not strong. You know, now I personally need muscle, just like that fat dude needs to lose fat. I need muscle, bro. I'll you know, move around, but when I say I need muscle, I'm like, shit, I don't need that. I need flexibility. I need to feel comfortable in my body. First and foremost, they're priorities as well. So you find your weakness and you work on that weakness. You can't just like do a mindless bullshit thing. And that's, again, what friends supposed to tell you. You know, it's supposed to communicate with your video and stuff. But, you know, YouTubers, they get ahead of themselves. They are capable of uploading the video, but that was a requirement of tons of resources. I can just sit here and you know, fap on the screen a bunch of, you know, white stuff, and I think it's pretty artistic and pretty powerful, because I'm educated by myself, by the matrix of things. Matrix is not a bad thing. It's information. All right, it's a flow of information of how you piece things together. It's puzzle pieces floating around, and you piece things together and you feel like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? That's what Matrix is. Matrix is calling Tate late, bro. Late to the party, so he got disqualified. All right? He's actually late. He just got an L, and I mean, it's the craziest thing. Like, it's almost like the Matrix has programmed him to fail, most likely to fail. There's still a chance to come back from this insanity, but this is pretty fucking powerful stuff. You know, he should have been the Mr. Beast rival, and he can still do that, you know, but it's gonna be like 20 times more difficult than it used to be, you know, and maybe it's game over now. I don't know. I'm not trying to keep up with this guy or any narcissist, because that would be damaging to my mental health. So let's see if we survive 3 minutes of this video.
forgotten they feel. So today I want to watch through a few of these videos with you and react to some of these specific pain points that these guys are experiencing.
You're gonna be aggressive. And you're gonna force yourself into friendships. That's not nice. So I have to leave now. The moment other people are introduced, because that's not what I clicked on, you know. I'm a rightful subscriber of the psych to go. But how's your day so far? Oh, what the fuck? You have custom emojis or something? That's pretty evil.
What can we do?
Alright, so this went down, and now it's in the bottle. And it has some... I don't know what's that. What is that? What are you doing?
About it. Well, you're in luck.
You're in luck, my friend. I have figured out 4 things, guys. You bet these are fucking twisted garbage pieces of shit that don't even work, man. Has nothing to do with friendships or loneliness. Let's see it, man. Let's fucking go. I'm subscribed. I'm not sure if I want to be, but you know, it's a thing I've done. I've discovered this channel. Can you imagine?
With loneliness. Number 1, become friends with yourself first.
Sure. I said respect yourself. Become friends with yourself is a little bit weird. It's a little. So she's just talking to herself basically now. Just become friends with yourself. Like, in order to do that, you have to detach yourself, make a different personality of yourself, and now talk to yourself through that different personality. That's the only way you can be friends with yourself, if you're generating new ideas by talking to yourself, but not other people can't do that shit. So now we're getting into number 1, become delusional. Okay, let's go. You know, she can be so consumed by herself of like, this is how I solved it, and you have to solve the same fucking way.
Really important for our mental health.
See, you just grow instantly. This is the cool thing, that you can grow. It's still just a fucking sapling, though. You still have to be seated somewhere else, you know, to be able to actually grow up, apparently. But that's the artistic form that just kind of like got stuck. It's just like the game development paradox of like, you feel like you have completed something, but it doesn't fucking work. You know, like, you feel like you put in a lot of work. It doesn't work, though. You know, people play the game and it doesn't fucking work. And it's like, shit. But I did the work, though. It should work, though. That's the paradox, man. I play Hearthstone. I don't fucking enjoy it at all. But I really want to play it. But I really can't enjoy it. And I'm like, it's fuck. And developers are like, fuck. Like, how do we... I guess we just, like, put more cards so people would still try the new cards, so people would still play it. It's a paradox, but the game itself doesn't fucking work because they don't understand how to make it work. They just don't understand their own game, their own experience that they're creating. So, yeah, good luck. You haven't finished your business, my friends. There's always someone very helpful in the comments who just spits out the points. All right, 4 points. Show compassion. What the fuck is compassion, bro? The fuck is this shit? Yeah, you're not very compassionate if you think compassion has any meaning as a word. I haven't found the meaning of compassion. It's a very complicated word, right? It has passion and it has calm in it. What happens when you combine the... What is calm? Community passion? Okay, community passion. What if we skip to that point? Are you
when
gonna
we're lonely, we may wish that someone could simply be there for us. Someone to understand us and show us some compassion. Well, a little compassion can go a long way.
Little compassion? What is that?
Don't you feel a little cheerier when someone...
You know, now it's as the second level of delusion of like, oh, someone has to like show us, you know, give us cool things and, you know, for free. Yeah, that sort of stuff. No, just enter a community and that will happen because you have committed yourself into a specific location. You can't get free things until you commit to a community. That's what compassion is. Compassion is you have to find a loving environment first. Third, find your tribe. Why do you call it fucking tribe now? We just explained it. You should have done that second step. Compassion, bro. Now you can show compassion after you find your tribe. So now it's twisted. Now tribe is like people who are gonna protect you from your own fucking delusions, am I right?
Tribe. As mentioned, you don't need to be physically alone to feel lonely. You could be at a loud, seemingly fun party with others and still you can't help but shake the feeling.
Now we're talking about fear.
Perhaps you do have friends or classmates you regularly talk to, and you do get along with them, but you don't necessarily have a lot in common with them. You may even find yourself disinterested in the topics they discuss, but politely nod along because, hey, they're your friends after all, and you care about them. But sometimes you feel like the odd one out. This may be due to the idea that you haven't found your tribe yet. Tribe? What on earth do you mean?
Yeah, you used another word that you doesn't actually mean very nice things. Tribe is like a more hostile thing, is a more like a social, separation thing. So what do you mean by tribe? Please explain.
Well, looking for your tribe means you're looking for people who share common interests and ideas with you or possess traits you aspire to adapt. We should all surround.
That's not it's not necessarily a positive place, but you can just like you can go to the gym, but are you gonna make friends that way? You can, but obviously if you possess the same passion, then you're gonna be interested in each other, right? You could still not be positive, because you sort of like have to enter the community before you enter the community. You have to enter it with someone else. It's a little bit confusing because I didn't just shot her down, but like she is confused of like what is a tribe. But maybe we should let her finish. Maybe she's gonna tumble down the edge of the universe.
People who share common interests and ideas with you or possess traits you aspire to adapt. We should all surround ourselves with others who share the same interests, so we can not only discuss what we value, but gain a friend in doing so. It can take some people many years to find their tribe. They don't appear out of thin air.
What? I mean, sure, but you have to you find something that you like and you try to trace back to the source and then connect with that person. That's what Jack Sims is crying about. Give credit to creators. Creators want to be found. No, that's not how it works. You go to TikTok to find creators, not go to Sniper Wolf to find creators. It's just how it got established. But it takes a long while. Sure, it's work. Finding things, investigating what you like, going outside, looking at what is available, what kind of people walk around. Yes, it's work, but you don't know what you like. You can't just pretend that you have interests already. You have to know what the world has to offer. And that is the main interest of exploring the world and talking about it. This is the easiest way to make friends is just to not have interests actually and just explore the world with them, with someone. Be interested in just everything. Just open your eyes to everything around you because it's interesting, right? And someone might be interested in exploring the internet. I do that. Sometimes I go outside, you can explore that area of what can you do outside? It's just exploration is the easiest interest. So now she's confused. It could be pretty difficult. I guess it's not a solution. You're in luck, am I right? You said I'm in luck though. What the fuck happened to my luck?
If you're lonely, you may have daydreamed about what it would be like to be perfectly socialized. Imagining yourself with an ideal group of friends and your best friend, the perfect friend. Hate to burst your bubble, but there's no such thing as perfect. Meaning your imaginary friend isn't all you'd hoped they'd be. Theory.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you breaking up with your imaginary personality that you just created for the first tip? Are you breaking up, my friend?
And research suggests
You can fantasize as much as you want, and you can have control over your artistic expression of what the other person should be. But it's so much easier to just open Instagram and it's like, oh, there's so many sexy girls that want to fucking be my friends. You know, you can imagine that, and it just kind of works. It kind of connects because they're putting so much work. Someone has to appreciate it. Someone has to look at it and be like, oh my God, that would be a person that I would want in my life. Not just like to fuck around with, not just to marry, but just to be around because she looks so pretty, you know, and I want to congratulate her and, you know, appreciate in a physical ways, whatever that means, right? Just to be there. So, whatever she needs, right? Like you want to be closer to nice people. And for me, they're perfect. They are in fact perfect because they are something I can't even imagine, you know. Even if something bad happens to them, I'm like, that's good. You're building a story, you're building some kind of concept that I don't understand. I will appreciate that too. You know, it's just something I couldn't come up with because in your fantasy world, everyone is perfect. They don't have hardships and problems to solve. But you look into a real person that's attractive, like you're gonna be impressed no matter what happens. Fucking Dove Cameron is a good example of just a blonde girl turning into a fucking freak, and I'm still like, fuck, I like this girl. I don't care. I don't care how big of a freak she is, because she was a freak when it all started. She was a freak the whole way. Nothing really changed. Like, you can find the essence that where nothing really changes, even if the person changes, and you're like, fuck, she's a very authentic person then. So we just completed your 4 steps to hell. Let's spend 5 seconds with this person, because I don't have much time.
Loneliness is one of the worst feelings I have ever felt in my life. On par with grief, I would say. This video is going to be very difficult to make. I'm just going to talk. I've literally not scripted anything.
Yeah, so feelings, but I have a feeling. Yep, that's exactly a water person, and we have completed our journey backwards in time, boys. We have went through this Asian person, narcissistic person that, you know, actually narcissistic person, so narcissistic that he's fucking invading women's space talking about loneliness. Bro, you're in women's space that you're so fucking desperate and weak. You're surrounded by 3 women right now. Get the fuck out of here as fast as you can. Private the video. Run, you have muscles. You can run for 2 miles, bro. Out of this situation. All right, so we went through here, narcissist, then we went to the structured nonsense of like 4 things that will just make you even more lonely because you don't fucking understand what compassion or tribe is, or what to do with this perfect imaginary thing, but you just accept the people how they are. No, you accept the best things you can get in life, right? That's what you accept, and slowly those things are gonna come closer to you. You know, you see the stars, and the stars kind of get closer and closer as you observe them, because you get to know who they are, where they are, what's the relationship, what the constellations are, when they're gonna show up in the sky. You understand every single aspect about the stars in the sky as you observe them, as you learn from them, you know. But we're not talking about actual stars. We're talking about celebrities. Just observe them, and they're gonna get closer, and they're gonna give you inspirations and powers and all that shit that you can't possibly do yourself, but they can't do it themselves either. They're just like, please appreciate me because that's what people around me created. You know, celebrity is a manufactured thing by other people. So now the question is, what do you feel bad about? It's just friendship. It's okay. You know, the Asian person said it's okay. The narcissist just looked at other people. The fucking little bitch that I'm subscribed to said something. Are you gonna contribute in any way? Eventually I can contribute. Okay, eventually. I guess we're gonna watch the ending then.
really push down that thought, okay? You can't make a meaningful connection through one interaction. That's
See, we did it. We just figure out we unlocked the entire vibe by reading her shirt. That's what it took, you know. She knows how to do it. Well, like, eventually I can. Like, what does that mean, right? Desperate energy. All right, I will desperately squeeze out some information. Okay. Took you 25 minutes, though. That's pretty sad. But that's what I expect. Like, sometimes my endings are spectacular and they have nothing to do with the video. So I'm like, I want this right now. All right, give me an ending. This is a long video, so she's like contemplating a bunch of stuff. Hopefully, it concludes into something, right?
no, you're not, and then you go back down to loneliness.
I mean, you have to find your position, your balance, where you're not too lonely, but you're not too social. Because, of course, you're going to get anxiety. You don't want to screw things up. You know, my mom is just sinking in loneliness. I can balance her out. Some people are going to be nice to you, and they're going to balance out your position of like, okay, you feel anxiety, I should probably stay away. So some people are going to be nice to you once they get to know you, obviously. But you have to fight for it. It's definitely not an easy thing to try and control your emotions. And it's not supposed to be like an emotionally driven thing. As I've said, it's a skill. It's just something you have to do for the sake of building things within yourself. So you have to suppress your emotions, unfortunately, as much as possible, because that's where solution is, right? You can't just bounce back. You can't just bounce off into your pit of doom that you have created. You need to at least steal something for yourself while you're at it. You need to grab something that would remind you that you have done it, you know, or at least grab a mental picture, make some art or something. She likes writing or something? It's a writing community or something?
To build up. It's not like you're just gonna dig, and I thought maybe I'll find someone there because it's writing and I love writing and maybe they like writing, maybe we can connect.
It's so easy though. It's so easy. You just like steal shit. You just fucking rip up a piece of paper from them. You don't even have to socialize. You just read what they write. You know, and you might be able to leave a note. You don't have to like directly socialize to these people because you connect through writing. That's why you're passionate about writing. You don't want to like socialize directly. It's like very difficult to you to say words. That's why there's social anxiety. You don't have a skill of saying words out loud to other people because you're gonna screw up anyways. You're just gonna blob into nothing. It took me a while to be able to make these videos. You know, to just sit down and like build the skill of making video. Like, it's insane. I'm not skilled solely on English. I did not grow up in an English speaking community. I had to do everything myself by consuming too much YouTube and all that stuff. Similarly to how PewDiePie did it, you know, he just kind of like forced himself in there because, I don't know, Sweden is a fucking weird place. People are like desperate to socialize. People are desperate to, you know, contribute to society, to the rest of the world. Sweden is pretty weird. It's a pretty cold place, I would imagine, and dark place sometimes. So, I don't think there's a big mystery, but still a thing. But the entirety of Europe is, you know, stuck with their own languages, and we also have to like escape our community to be able to see what the rest of the world looks like before we can like allow appreciation to even take place, allow people to connect to us, because like, but there's a world out there that could be cooler, better things out there in the wilderness, you know, and no one's stopping me because I'm way too powerful to be stopped. They might be trying to stop me in my dreams. The moment like fucking school season showed up, I can't stop dreaming about the fucking schoolmates that I had, or classmates rather. Just they keep on showing up, and I keep on showing up in school as well. Sitting in a fucking classroom, different classroom every fucking time, by the way, just to, you know, push down my buttons even more. Just all kinds of triggers happening in my brain because that's my social experience that I had and I can't escape it. But yeah, there's always a solution. There's always a way to be social. On the internet, you don't have to face-to-face talk to someone. You don't even have to do a voice chat. Most people are desperate to voice chat with you to get the feeling of how you operate in real time. But it's like, just write messages, my friends. We're not built well enough to withstand just voice chat, camera chat. Like this is pain to me. When the camera, no, like people gathered, they turn on their cameras. I'm trying to be social, but for me, I'm just like ruining everything. And also, I can't show up my camera and like steal the show or something. And I'm not gonna be comfortable because I feel insecure about my looks as well. You know, I have insecurities. And I can't like break through that. We have to find a common ground of like, we can all just talk and chat and we can pick up all these superpowers instead of trying to be as real as possible. Is that an insecurity? Is that, can I not demand that? I don't know. Most people are fine with that. This is why I appreciate the comment section, as long as these people are respectable, because it's so much easier for me to read what they write. So I can totally relate to this girl. I'm not gonna listen to her though. Get the fuck out of here. Unless you uploaded something cool. We can check like latest like 3 uploads or 4 uploads. Groundhog Day, I don't even know what that is. Self-acceptance. So she's just working on herself and it's just pain. Alright? That is pain. I don't want to always make bullshit episodes, but sometimes I have to because I feel something that is not correct, not figured out yet. I'll just create a pattern for no reason. There's emptiness, guys. I can't allow that to happen. Well, there's a flow, right? With wind, there's a flow based on what the surrounding area is. If you want to learn respect, like, it technically comes from, like, respecting authorities, but you have to do the same thing to your friends. You have to give them respect, too. Not the same amount of respect, just enough to keep the friendship going. You have to treat them as authorities of something. You know, they have the greatest cat. They make the greatest food. They go to the best shops. They watch the greatest videos. You have to give them authority for something. You have to appreciate them for something. That's the way to do it. I guess narcissist is gonna fucking take over the enemy territory. Here you go. And this is the matrix of loneliness, boys. See you guys next time.